stage of this cleaning process, the medical treatment process. And you've seen the veterinary doctors here who have contributed to telling us how a horse or how mares can be treated medically. And so they shall open the stable to let them go, indicating that their bodies are already dry. And so you let them go in order to feed graze elsewhere and also to control them. We need these medical doctors. You see the thousands of horses getting out there. They are very dangerous, but then they are being controlled by the herdsmen here. I'm your humble servant, Tapangai Mutanku, saying hello from the Ndawara Highland.
Okay, you've seen Moki Edwin Shadzeka with his cows, and can you imagine, he said it, those cows weigh up to 800 kilograms, and you understand that you don't get that around here. You don't get it around Cameroon. Okay, here we are in the farm. You know, when we talk about Ndawara, there is somebody we talk about. We're talking about Alhaji Baba. But he's he's somebody who doesn't talk. He likes action. He says he prefers people to work than just talk. But there is somebody to talk for him, and that is his friend, his brother and partner, Derek. How are you doing, Derek?
I'm fine, thank you.
And you know what is making me smile is the fact that Alhaji is behind there. He has a very mischievous smile. He's just doing his work. He's like, please don't talk to me. Please don't bring that microphone. Please don't.
No, but he's plucking better than I am. You can see that. He's got more.
Why doesn't Alhaji like to talk much?
I think Alhaji is likes to keep a low profile. He's the most opposite to a boastful man that I've ever met. He keeps profile low. He's humble. He's very generous.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah.
Very generous. I've seen the things that he's given to people here and to people elsewhere. He's a very generous man.
Yes. What makes Alhaji Baba the person who he is today? Because you live when I'm sorry. He keeps smiling behind there, and I can't help smiling myself. No. What is his secret? Because people will be like, maybe he had rich parents, maybe he had a rich father or rich mother, and that's why he is helping people today.
He got a silver spoon. That he didn't get. He didn't have rich parents at all. He's come from humble backgrounds. He works hard. I've always said he, more than anybody, has got a vision.
Yes.
He can see beyond tomorrow or even next week. He can see years ahead. And that has allowed him to make investments that he's made.
Yes.
This is an investment.
Yes.
And he can see the thing. And our dream, his dream, which became, together with me, my dream,
yes,
is that we're seeing it now being realized in such positive form.
And when we talk about realizing a dream, we are talking about the largest tea estate in Cameroon and the largest privately owned, maybe in the world.
No, that is a fact. It's the largest privately owned tea estate in the world. You know, there's more tea being grown in Kenya because Kenya produces a lot of the tea and most of Africa's tea. But Kenyans do it in small holdings mostly, and they bring the tea to a communal factory, and the factory then produces and makes the tea. But as a single privately owned farm, this is the biggest in the world, and that has been told to me by many people that I've met in my travels around the world, the people that make machinery for tea. Our tea machinery, for example, here in the factory came from India.
Okay.
So they have said that, and they know what's going on in the world in terms of who's.
Let's talk about the history of this place, because I believe Ndawara has been existing, but it actually got its economic boost sometime around the 80s or the 90s. Can you just, let's go down memory lane to talk about the history of Ndawara?
Well, I can't take you down that lane too far, but in 2002, 2003 was when the idea was formulated to start this tea estate. And we didn't wake up one morning and say, well, let's make this into a tea estate. We decided to research the thing in a very pragmatic way. We took soil tests, we had them tested in Bamenda, and from that we proved that the soil is very suitable for tea. And in fact, by coincidence, the conditions here, the rainfall that we are now feeling on us is the same as Kenya. The rainfall is the same, the altitude is the same. We here at the moment in this particular part of the farm about 2,000 meters above sea level.
Okay.
And the higher you grow tea,
The better it gets.
the stronger it gets and the slower it grows. And you know, most people like strong tea.
But I also understand that the very cold weather, you know, kind of helps tea grow.
Yes, it does.
It's good.
It's good. You know, down in the southwest province, we have tea at Tole, and that tea grows a lot quicker. But the tea here is stronger, and you know, if you think of world tea, Darjeeling is right up on the foothills of the Himalayas in India, and the altitude there is such that their tea is also of a very good quality.
Let's talk about manpower. I understand that the Ndawara tea estate is employing enormous amounts of people. The people who harvest tea in Kenya, if you bring one here, it replaces 9 Cameroonians. Why did you people opt for Cameroonians when you could get cheap labor and easy and faster labor from Kenya?
No, the labor here is, we would never bring labor here from Kenya. What I was saying to you earlier is that there's an option which Kenya has started with, and that was to employ mechanical harvesting machines.
Okay.
So in other words, if you were walking down that pathway, don't try and get through here, we would carry this thing between us, and it's like scissors that cut hair, and that tea then falls into a bag.
Fast.
Now that machine replaces about 12 people.
Okay, that machine,
And we don't want to bring that here because we want to employ the people.
that is...
And that's really the reason behind that, apart from the fact that the tea is hand-plucked, and hand-plucked tea is better than mechanically harvested
All
tea.
right.
Yeah.
We have to maybe laud the fact that this tea estate is employing a lot of people that these people have from here. They have education, they have health care, they have
clinic.
water, they have electricity, they have a lot.
We've got everything.
Why is he doing that? Do you think he has a reason?
Well, I think...
I understand some people they employ and they pay and you go away and you take care of your things.
I
but
think
he goes above that.
He goes above that, and I know for a fact that when he's here, he's different, he's happier than I've ever seen him in any other place.
Really?
This is his home, this is his roots, he loves it here. Now you go down to Ndawara and you get the humidity and the heat.
Yeah.
You come up here, you feel like a new person. Don't you feel great being up here?
I do.
You want to borrow my jacket?
No, I like it this way. Okay.
It's got our tea estate on it there, you see.
Yes, you say we know a lot of people acknowledge the fact that he is a nice person, but there is still a lot of contradiction surrounding Alhaji Baba. You hear people saying he will stop at nothing to get power. He will stop at nothing to seize land. He will stop at nothing to cause a grazer farmer problem. What is happening?
No, I think that he's a strong man. You don't do things behind his back